I'm trying to think of ways to convince Instagram trainers and influencers that technique and form matters in regards to functional movement. It's not easy because they build their case up on false pretenses and assumptions like the body will adapt to poor form or everybody moves differently. They'll say things like no two individuals have the exact same anatomy. Or they'll post videos showing themselves lifting with poor biomechanically defined technique, such as knees caving in or a rounded back, and they'll say, see how I didn't get injured. They'll quote research that uses the same false assumptions, and they typically switch the conversation from a science, biomechanics and physics focus to personal attacks. They also demonstrate clearly a poor eye for functional movement proficiency. They don't ever define functional movement versus artistic movement. They have a poor understanding of what defines and determines stable joints. They ignore the empirical fact that a stable joint and musculoskeletal system has the greatest functional capacity. They don't make the connection that humans who have high levels of stability and functional capacity, which exceed life's functional demands, are resistant to injury. These are all simple, logical, and mostly empirical concepts, but when ignored, they lead to completely illogical conclusions like it doesn't matter how you lift. So to help them understand these rudimentary concepts that toddlers and preschoolers can understand, think about this. If technique and form doesn't matter, then try to hit a golf ball with your hands widely separated on a golf club. Try to serve a tennis ball with the shoulder depressed and your elbow flexed at the top of the arc. Or carry a load stretched out way in front of you rather than close in to the axial skeleton. Try to pick something up off the ground starting from on your tiptoes rather than with flat feet. Or try to jump onto a box without bending your knees. Perform a backflip without tucking your knees to your chest. Do a deadlift with one of your maximal weights with a neutral lumbar spine, and then repeat the same lift with a Sydney Harbour Bridge intralumbar flexion spine. Tell us what happens. These real-world empirical facts, laws, principles tell every normal, sane and logical person, rehab therapist, trainer, athlete, physiotherapist, exercise physiologist, social media influencer that form and technique do matter for stability, capacity, and injury prevention. So next time you hear a post saying form doesn't matter, technique doesn't matter, just swipe on past. It's absolute garbage.